Greetings folks, this is Ronwise Gamgee and welcome to Quick and Dirty Roleplaying. In this video, I'll talk about an alternative perspective to rolling dice to see whether or not you succeed at a task based on its difficulty. By and large, the most popular task resolution mechanic found in tabletop role-playing games has been to roll against a target number to see if a player accomplishes the task they set out to do. In this model, the target number is set by the GM, or the rulebook, which is based on the difficulty of the task. Failing to reach this number means that the player character has failed to achieve their stated objective, or in games with more than two consequence states, may have succeeded with some qualifications, or may have failed spectacularly. Though this is probably not the first tabletop role-playing game to have done this, I would like to refer to the recently physically published Lone Wolf Fist tabletop role-playing game by Joel T. Clark to offer an alternative perspective on the notion of I either succeeded or I did not when it comes to the task resolution mechanics. In Lone Wolf Fists, each of the 7 skills, attributes, has an effect chart. When you roll your dice, you determine the quality of your effort, starting at mortal, no dice rolled, to capable mortal, peak mortal, etc., all the way up to major god. The task the PC attempts to perform will always correspond to one of its 7 skills, those being power, agility, endurance, intellect, senses, heart, and spirit. Once they make their roll, they cross-reference their chosen result, usually the highest matching set, to the corresponding effort rank to see what sort of outcomes the character has managed to perform. For example, say the PC is attempting to sway a crowd of around 50 people to protest their unfair treatment at the hands of their exploitative employer. This task would correspond with the heart skill, as it covers empathy, charm, and persuasiveness. The character rolls their dice, and the highest result they produce is a matching set of 3 8s, which would be 38 in Lone Wolf Fists. According to the heart effect chart, which is this right here, let's see. Yeah, according to the heart effect chart, a result between 20 and 39, which would be peak immortal, would allow you to, let me see here, to sway the opinion of a mortal family or large group, so between 25 and 50 people, uphold a sizable web of lies, and follow basic customs in an alien culture. I'm going to close this because I have it on my script. The desired outcome of swaying a crowd of around 50 people to protest their unfair treatment at the hands of their exploitative employer appears to fall in line with the effects achieved for a roll of 20 to 39. So the character is set out to completely accomplish their goal. If, on the other hand, their best roll was like 1-9, which would be considered a 19 in Lone Wolf Fists, at best, they will be able to sway the opinion of a group of 10 to 25 regular folks. This would mean that only half the crowd would have been riled up, while the other half would be remained unmoved by the PC's efforts. This may cause some turmoil to brew within the worker group and would have reached the attention of this dastardly employer, because of scabs and whatnot. And this employer would probably then retaliate either against the disgruntled among his workforce or against the person attempting to agitate them, the player character. Since these guidelines give specific examples of outcomes for any particular level of effort, even if such an effort falls short via an insufficient die roll, some results still occur, and incorporating what has been achieved to the specific situation at hand can help the following consequence of events occur in interesting ways that make sense according to these effort charts. To the effort charts. While this was all like a very verbose, roundabout way of saying make a quality check instead of rolling for a yes/no result on some ultimately arbitrary set difficulty. I felt that explaining my point with a currently existing tabletop role-playing game helps me make my point. Last but not least, if you're interested in checking out Lone Wolf Fists, a tabletop role-playing game about gonzo martial artists in a post-apocalyptic setting akin to classic anime such as Fist of the North Star, Vampire Hunter D, and Demon City Shinjuku, a link to its product page is in the description. If you like or dislike anything in this video, please give it a like or dislike and leave a comment, keeping it respectful and relevant. Subscribe if you want to support my channel, and if you really want to support my endeavors, head over to my Patreon and become a member. The link is in the description. Until then, folks, take care and play to find out what happens.